Greetings gamers, welcome to the EA Sports UFC 2 Gameface Walking Dead special. Now, tell me if you can guess who this is going to be. He's a character who's not around anymore, but he was one of the more iconic characters of the entire TV series. I have every episode stored on my computer. I absolutely adore this show. It's the best TV series ever made. Now, can you guess who it is? I'm going to shut the fuck up now, I'm going to show you. None other than Merle Dixon. Do you think that looks like him? Let me know in the comments. Let's have a look closely at his face. Now, I went through so many images of this guy. What's his name now? No, he's called Michael something. Michael Rooker, you know? And sometimes you can type in Merle Dixon and it'll give you good pictures of Merle Dixon, but if you just type in the actor's name instead, you know, sometimes it'll give you a better image, which is what I did, and I end up being able to create Mr. Dixon here. I've had to make his jaw a bit bigger because that's one thing that he had in his favour. He had a very masculine jawline, and I wanted to do the zombie version of him, but I couldn't get a good enough picture, and I don't think it'd look that good on Gameface anyway, but I'll keep trying with that one. Anyway, this is Merle Dixon, and let's move on to the next one. Now this guy, he comes across as a nice guy, but really he's very nearly as sinister as his boss. But I'm not that, happy with the way this one's turned out. He's got a very odd-shaped face, this guy. It's none other than Simon of The Walking Dead. You see the face is alright. I think maybe made the face a little bit smaller, I don't know. But the very prominent moustache, I've not had to add anything to that because it's already there, and I've messed about with the eyes a little bit and made his jaw a bit bigger than it was in the photograph, just to make him, look good for the game. His side view's not brilliant, but let me know what you think in the comments anyway. I'm going to pit them all against each other, the Team Negan and Team Rick Grimes if you want. Anyway, let's move on to the next one. I hope you liked this one anyway. Moving on, we have none other than, well, I'll let you see. I think bitch nuts written on his back. I think it gives the game away a little bit. Let's have a look. Now, I'm not 100% on how this one's turned out, but it looks okay, fairly authentic. If you want to see a death match with him and Negan where he gets his revenge, of course, because we all like to see, bullies get the comeuppance. Some people like the character, Negan, and we just want him to carry on being a badass. I want the entertainment from all that, but ultimately I want to see Negan get totally fucked up, pissed on, set on fire, you know what I mean? I hope this guy, well, I wish this guy was still around to do it, but that's Abraham. Let's have a look at his face closer up. Sorry if you didn't, I don't think that looks like him. It's the best I can do with what's available, I don't even know if he's that hairy, but anyway, let's move on to the next one. Okay, this guy is the guy that's been in it from the start, and I've watched every episode up to the latest one, episode 10, as I speak, and it's none other than Rick Grimes. Now, this guy's notoriously difficult to replicate. I can't seem to, do 100%, top job that I want to do, but I think he looks good enough, and if you've created a better version, then by all means share it with me, and let me know what photograph you used. I'm going to show you fighting a bit. The photograph was absolutely crap, but the fighter has turned out 200% better than I ever thought he would, and you'll see that one right at the very end. Anyway, moving on, that's Rick Grimes. Let's have a look closer up at his face. I've recently put his jawline was way too wide, and let me know what you think of Rick Grimes, if you can do a better version, like I say. I think it looks pretty good. If you want to see a fight where he knocks the shit out of Negan, then of course I will show you that fight. Moving on. And I don't think we can do a Walking Dead video without showing you the ultimate badass, Mr. Negan himself. Now, you might have seen this creation before. I've made a few minor alterations to his face, but you might have seen this in my live stream the other week, and here he is. Lucille down his arm, and the King on his arm. Now, contemplating removing that one and putting something else, and you'll see why in a bit. Anyway, that's Negan. I think it's turned out really well. I wanted to do a version of Negan with no beard, you know, because lately that's how he's looking, you know, more like the comic book version. But one thing I'm disappointed with the actor Jeffrey D. Morgan is he's built like a beanpole, you know what I mean? And Negan's a big hefty guy in the comics, or you know, he's portrayed to be. Let's have a look close up at his face. Excuse me, I just had sweet and sour, of fried rice and curry, some potato chips and a cheese and onion pie. Lovely, absolutely beautiful. My local chippy, very nice. And now I feel fat as a pig. I'm sat here in a funny position and my belly's killing me. Anyway, let's move on. That's Negan. Now we have many a fan's favourite, the one and only Daryl Dixon. Now this guy is even harder to replicate than Rick Grimes. I tell you, I've had an enormous difficulty, and even now I'm not 100% satisfied. But then again, I'm never 100% satisfied because the Gameface utility and Gameface, how it translates into this game, is never, you know, as good as it could be. You know, today's graphics, the way they can portray graphics, especially people in you know, in video games, I think they could do it a hell of a lot better. I'm looking forward to seeing what UFC 3 has in store for us in the Gameface scene, if they're still going to do it. If they're not, I'm not interested. There's a close-up of his face. Now you can tell that's Norman Reedus. You know, it doesn't look like. If you think it looks like somebody else, let me know. But as I said before, you'd be try and create myself with the photographs I'm going to supply. That's Daryl Dixon. I did a death match earlier on, actually, Dixon against Merle Dixon, and it's a good fight. Now, last but not least, the guy who I'm so happy the way he's turned out. Let me know in the comments what you think. It's none other than King Ezekiel. I don't even need to turn him round. But if you don't follow The Walking Dead so much and you're not so well up on the characters, just check it out and you'll see just how good this guy looks. He's got his tiger Shiva on his back, down his left arm, right arm. Sorry, he's got the king there. That's what I was talking about with Negan. And he's got a tiger down his arm. And there he is. That's King Ezekiel. You would not believe just how shit the photo was of this guy, but you can cover up a lot by, you know, the hairstyle and the beard. One of his eyes was wide open. The other one was nearly shut in the photograph, but it still turned out pretty well, as you can see. This is King Ezekiel. If you want to see him knock the shit out of Negan, just let me know. If you want to see it in mini tournament with all these fighters you're seeing, then of course let me know and I'll produce these videos. Glorious 60 FPS, the original 60 FPS UFC 2 channel, to get that one in, because I'm only a small channel really. People don't acknowledge what I do. I try to be innovative and do things differently. Anything that's 30 FPS I interpolate to 60, so because it looks a whole lot smoother and a whole lot better for YouTube. Alright, and that's the name of the game. I love my visuals. I'm a videophile, as Rhythmworks would say. Anyway, thank you for watching, and by all means download the creations for yourself, the photographs. The link's in the description there for you. Please comment, rate and subscribe. If you didn't like it, fair enough. If you did, great. We all know how it works for YouTube. It supports the channel, helps it grow, and yeah, I do make money out of YouTube videos, but it's not about that. When I look at this, I think, wow. You know, you might think, but I think it looks fantastic, and no matter what problems you find with Gameface, I'm finding that I can still get around it. And just keep trying if you're having a struggle with the website, you know. Just keep trying, because I'm no genius. Alright, I'm PEMBY'S66. I'm going to shut up now, and thank you for watching. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.